got less on my list than you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn up. Pop up. Go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket. There's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost. What you mean? Woo! What you mean? Woo! And now I'm just a so what the what you mean? Woo! Hold up, whoa, what the what you mean? Woo! Hold up now. Don't know what you think, compare me.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans would love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch in that win column. It's the Browns going up against the Texans.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football. As the Texans get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. It's Crowell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 30. Now on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll run it with Johnson.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
On first down, Kessler. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Second down, here's Kessler. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Gordon. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, it's Crowell fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Kessler on the bootleg. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the shotgun, Kessler. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They go play action with Miller. Now it's Savage. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing on third down, it's Savage. Hard throw, incomplete. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
Might have been 1 man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go.
The direct snap to Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Second down, Johnson. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Out is last year's Lou Grosso Award winner, rookie Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, here's Savage. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Here we go. Back line it up. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
He's gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll look to set up his blockers. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Let's go. Blue line it. Leopard. Set. 3-19. Detroit.
On 1st and 10, here's Kessler. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go. Back line it up, Philly. Here we go.
Back to the air on second down. It's Kessler. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Bernardrick McKinney coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Looking to throw, Kessler. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. 23 yards on the play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On second down, here's Kessler. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go.
Kessler. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On second down, here's Crowell. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Good move by Duke. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard at the 19. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the red zone now, first down, here's Kessler. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
All right, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 11 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, it wasn't so much that it looked like the offense was threatening. They were. I mean, they had great field position, but how about the defense on that one? Huge stop on 3rd down. It wasn't just a stop. Look at the loss of yardage, and it changes the play calling and the thought process for the offense now. Big-time play for the D, and now they have the advantage.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Going for the deep ball. A swing pass caught. A big play that time for Cleveland. 57 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we...
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Cody Kessler with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
There's the stiff arm. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Carry for Foreman, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
He finds his target, Fuller. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Now a toss play. This is Foreman. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go now. Green.
Savage from the 50. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Kirksey leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. 3rd and long. It's Savage. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. A first down carry now for Miller. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. A play fake to Miller. Now Savage rolling to his right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They'll run it again with Miller. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Tim carry now for Lamar Miller. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Murray's kick is up and good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now Kessler, the throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Shotgun snap, Kessler. Throwing deep here for Coleman. Escapes the defender. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. A beautiful fake. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Green 39! Green 39!
They begin with a run by Miller. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, it's Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Savage from the shotgun snap. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Savage fighting through pressure. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. Here's Garrett Swanson now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second down following the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, it's Crowell. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
But we know one thing, Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long, didn't end in 6, but still a great game. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On the run, it's Crowell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Here's Kessler to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Isaiah Crowell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Flushed out right. It's caught by Roberts. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
When you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
The Texans on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, here's Savage. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Danny Shelton in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Garrett Swanson now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Fancy footwork at the 45. Penalty stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work out it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional 1st down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
This is Crowell. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Quick move by Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They'll toss it to Miller, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Savage. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's taken in at the 9. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Crowell. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third and a few inches. Throwing is Kessler. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. Powers through him. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Kessler looks to throw on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Browns on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Kessler now off the bootleg. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now out comes Houston.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamie Collins coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Here we go now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Savage finds Roberts left side. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Kessler on 1st down. Caught left side. It's Barnage. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Here we go. Check. Patriot.
They'll run with Crowell. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, Kessler got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A 1st down carry now for Crowell. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Fresh set of downs here. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. No gain on the play there, second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. All right, now, look at 56. All right, now, look at 56. Look at, all right, now, look at 56. Look, gone. Here we go.
Now it's Crowell. And some room to roam now. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility.